Hello, my name is Tristan Loja. I am doing my debate on abortion for pro-life, and so there's two different type of abortions. There's pro-choice and pro-life. The one I was debated to do was pro-life, and for our first, how we're going to start this off, where I received my citations were the pro-life view on abortion, pro-life advocacy for Americans United for Life. My second one was from American Oblivions Towards Abortion Policy, Department of Profit Model and Company Values, and they're all the same one. I decided them very accordingly and differently. So, for my debate opener for part 1. Abortion is one of the most diverse issues in modern society. With the strong opinions on both sides, at Americans United for Life states that they believe in sanctity of human life, that human brings the inherent dignity and worth. That's why they advocate for pro-life policies to protect both women and their unborn child. We're working hard towards the day, when all humans are welcomed in life by protected by the law. We believe every human is being inherent dignity and worth for competition of natural death. This belief is based off understanding the human life is a gift to well-being. We reject the notion that some lives are valuable than others that are acceptable to the end of an unborn child. For any reason, we believe for every human is a valuable that should be protected. One human's pursuit of happiness does not allow them to end the life of another. My counter-argument for my debate opener. Nearly all abortions take place in the first trimester when a fetus is attached by the placenta and the umbilical cord of the mother as a six. As such, it's a health dependent of her health that cannot be regarded as a separate entity, as not cannot exist outside her womb. All right, for debate part 2 of my pro-life and pro-choice counter arguments. So, we're going to get started with my first note for the day. No civilized society permits one human to intentionally harm or take a life of another human without punishment. And abortion is no different. Adoption is a viable alternative for an abortion and accomplishes the same result. And 1.5 million American families wanting to adopt a child, which is absolutely amazing, extraordinary. There is no such thing as an unwanted child. So, that kind of shows you the solid of an open argument of what the website states. For an example, the website that stated that was America's United for Life, which was one of the work sites that I have received and I have found, which goes perfect for that. And I have found my counter argument for that, which is, for part 2, for the counter argument, the concept of personhood is different from the concept of a human life. Human life occurs at a conception, but fertilized eggs are used for viral fertilization, are also human lives, and those not implanted are routely thrown away. And is this murder? And if not, then how is abortion murder? Is basically what the website states and what the resources are stating, asking like, why is this murder? How is this murder? For the counter argument. Adoption is not an alternative to abortion because it remains for the woman's own free will choice. Whether or not give up their child for adoption. Statistics show that very few women who give birth to those who give up their babies, less than 3% of white and unmarried women and less than 2% of black and unmarried women. That was part 2 of my counter argument. This is part 3 for my debate for pro-life and counter pro-choice. An abortion can result in medical complications. Later in life, the risk of ectopic pregnancies is increased farther than everybody can possibly ever imagine. And other factors such as smoking that is present, the chance of a miscarriage, and increases in the chance of some cases of pelvic inflammatory disease. Also increases in the instance of rape and incest. Taking certain drugs soon after the event can ensure that a woman will not get pregnant. Which, my questions are, anything is possible. Like, you never know. An abortion punishes the unborn child who has committed no crime. Instead, it is a predator who should be punished, which is from the resource it's saying as a question. Should they be punished for that, for being an unborn child and not knowing because it's a human life? For the debate counter for part 3. Abortion is a safe medical procedure. The vast majority of women who have an abortion do not do so in their first trimester of pregnancy. Medical abortions have a very low risk of serious complications and do not affect women's health or further ability to become pregnant or give birth. In the case of rape or incest, forcing a woman who made pregnant by a violent act that would cause a psychological harm, which is their head, mental state, mental status, mental illness, etc., for the victim. Often women is too afraid to speak up, unaware if she is pregnant or not knowing, is this okay? What do I do now? Etc. Thus, the morning after the pill is ineffective in these type of situations. That was part 3 of debate opener for mine for pro-life and pro-choice for the counter arguments. Part 4 of my debate for pro-life for my presentation. Abortion should not be used as another form of contraption for women who demanded a complete control of their body. Control should be including preventing the risk of unwanted pregnancy through the responsible use of whether or not it's possible through obedience. Many Americans who pay taxes are opposed to abortion. Therefore, it's morally wrong to use tax dollars to fund an abortion. Counter argument for part 4. Abortion is used as a form of concentration. Pregnancy can occur with a captivity use. Few women who have abortions do not use any form of birth control, and that are due to individual carelessness than the ability to have the abortion. The ability of a woman to have control of their body is critical to civil rights. To take away her reproductive choice, you step to a slippery slope. If the government can force women to continue a pregnancy, what about forcing a woman to undergo sterilization? Taxpayer dollars are used to enable poor women to access the same medical services as such as rich women. And abortion is one of these services, or abortion is one of those services. Funding an abortion is no different from funding a war in the Mideast. For those who are opposed to be placing different expenses or expresses different outrage of voting both of them. So that was part 4 of my debate for pro-life for abortion. All right, well, that was my debate presentation on pro-life and pro-choice. Thus, again, my name was Tristan Loja. This debate was for my college writing class 101. Also, again, where I got my sources for my things that I cited was from the Pro-Life View on Abortion, Pro-Life Advocacy of Americans United Life, which was my first annotation. For my second resource, I used Abortion Policy of Department of Hero Statistics, The Profit of Model and Competitive Values of American Journal of Political Science. The page numbers, of course. Third was How the Term of Partial Birth Changed the Abortion Debate in the United States, Australian Journal of American Studies. for 4 for my citation was Modern American Abortion, Narratives of Century of Silence, the 20th Century of Literature, which was my 4 researcher. For number 5, it was Discuss Stigma and Politics of Abortion and Feminism in Psychology. Well, those are all my resources and things I've cited for my debates. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and this was my debate on pro-life and pro-choice for the counter arguments. Have a great rest of your day.